When you want something bad enough, it ain't just a wish no more. It turned into a frequency. The universe hear that. It feel the hunger, the patience, the grind behind it. And when your intention pure, when your belief solid, everything start lining up like it was waiting on you to decide. I've been saying this to myself in quiet moments, when nobody clapping, when the lights off and it's just me and the work. You gotta want it past the applause, past the validation, past the shortcuts. You gotta want it when it costs you. Comfort, sleep, relationships, excuses. That's when the signal gets strong. See, people think success is loud. Nah, success is discipline. It's repetitive. It's lonely. It's showing up every day with the same energy whether the world notices or not. That consistency, that's faith in motion. That's you telling the universe, I'm serious. I'm built for this. I learned early that intention without action is just fantasy, but action without belief, that's just motion. You need both. You need vision so clear you can taste it, and work ethic so relentless it scared doubt out the room. When you align those two, obstacles don't disappear, but they start making sense. They start shaping you. Every setback is a question, how bad you want it. Every delay is a lesson in patience. Every loss is sharpening your awareness. The universe don't conspire for the careless. It collaborate with the committed. I'm talking to the ones who feel overlooked, the ones who know they got more in the tank but the road been heavy. Don't confuse the pace with the destination. This ain't a sprint, it's a long run, with purpose behind every step. If you rushing, you ain't listening. If you listening, you learning. Believe in ownership of your mind, your time, your energy. Stop renting your focus to distractions that don't pay dividends. Protect your vision like it's sacred, 'cause it is. Everybody won't see it. Everybody ain't supposed to. Some people only recognize results, never the process. Let them. You gotta program yourself for greatness. Speak life over your plans. Move like it's already done, but work like you still hungry. Gratitude for where you at. Ambition for where you going. That balance keep you grounded and dangerous at the same time. And when things finally click and they will remember, it wasn't luck. It was alignment. It was years of unseen reps. It was belief standing tall when doubt tried to pull you under. The universe didn't hand you nothing. It responded to you. So stay intentional. Stay solid. Keep your circle tight and your vision wide. Don't betray your future for a moment of comfort. Keep building, brick by brick, thought by thought, action by action. Because when you want something and you really mean it, the universe don't just conspire. It get out your way. Intention is where everything begins, but not the soft kind people like to talk about. Not the vague hope you whisper when life feels uncertain. Real intention is sharp. It's specific. It's when you decide, fully, without escape routes, without backups that let you quit easy. When intention is real, it rewires how you move through the day. You wake up different. You hear conversations different. You see opportunities other people overlook because your mind is tuned to a particular direction. That's how alignment starts. Not with miracles falling from the sky, but with clarity locking in so deep that everything irrelevant starts to feel loud and uncomfortable. Disciplined action is intention's proof of life. Anybody can say they want something. Words are cheap. Discipline costs something every single day. It costs comfort. It costs ego. It costs the version of you that wants instant gratification. Discipline is showing up when motivation doesn't RSVP. It's doing the boring parts with the same pride as the flashy moments. When your intention is serious, discipline becomes non-negotiable. You don't debate with yourself anymore. You don't wait for the perfect move. You move because that's who you are now. Alignment doesn't mean the road clears up. It means the road starts making sense. When intention and disciplined action move together, life starts responding differently. Not easier, but clearer. You begin to recognize which battles matter and which distractions are designed to slow you down. You stop chasing everything and start building something. That focus creates momentum, and momentum attracts opportunity. Not random opportunity, but the kind that fits what you've been preparing for. People think opportunity is luck, but luck is just preparation meeting timing. Discipline sharpens your preparation. Intention sharpens your timing. When both are active, you're ready when the door cracks open, instead of shocked that it finally did. Alignment is when your skills, your mindset, and your circumstances start overlapping. It doesn't happen overnight, but it also doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you stayed consistent when nobody was watching and patient when results move slow. There's a silent confidence that comes from disciplined action. You don't need to announce your goals. You don't need validation. You know what you're building because you've been laying the bricks yourself. That confidence changes how people interact with you. It changes how you negotiate, how you speak, how you walk into rooms. You stop reaching and start attracting. That's alignment in real time. Intention without discipline breeds frustration. Discipline without intention breeds burnout. Together, they create sustainability. You can go far when you're hyped. You can go longer when you're disciplined. But you can go the distance when you're aligned with something meaningful. That meaning keeps you grounded when the numbers don't add up yet and the recognition hasn't arrived. It keeps you moving when quitting feels logical but betrays your future. Alignment also demands sacrifice. You can't hold on to habits, relationships, or environments that contradict your intention. Discipline makes those decisions clear. It teaches you that every yes is also a no to something else. You begin to guard your time like an asset, because it is. You stop explaining your path to people who don't respect the process. You invest energy where it multiplies instead of where it drains you. Opportunity doesn't always look like a blessing when it shows up. Sometimes it looks like extra responsibility. Sometimes it looks like pressure. Sometimes it looks like being the least comfortable person in the room. Discipline prepares you to accept opportunity instead of running from it. Intention reminds you why you said yes in the first place. That's how growth happens without losing yourself. The alignment between intention and disciplined action also builds trust with yourself. Every time you do what you said you would do, even when it's hard, you reinforce self-belief. That belief compounds. It becomes unshakable because it's based on evidence, not hype. You've seen yourself push through fatigue. You've seen yourself adapt. You've seen yourself stay solid when it would have been easier to fold. That internal trust is priceless. Once alignment is established, life stops feeling random. The highs feel earned. The lows feel instructional. You stop asking why everything is happening to you and start asking what it's shaping you for. That mindset keeps you proactive instead of reactive. You're not waiting on permission anymore. You're building leverage through consistency. Consistency is the quiet force that separates potential from results. It's not dramatic, it's repetitive. It's doing the same right things long enough for the results to catch up. Belief fuels consistency, but consistency strengthens belief. When you show up daily, even in small ways, you send a message to yourself that you're serious. Over time, doubt loses its grip because you've proven your commitment through action. Belief isn't blind optimism. It's earned confidence. It's rooted in effort. When you believe in what you're building, you're not shaken by temporary outcomes. You understand that progress isn't always visible. Some seasons are about laying foundations, not showcasing results. Consistency allows you to stay the course without needing constant reassurance. Obstacles are part of the design. They're not interruptions. They're checkpoints. Consistency turns obstacles into feedback instead of failure. When something doesn't work, you adjust, not abandon. Belief keeps you from personalizing setbacks. You don't see them as proof you're not enough, but as information guiding your next move. Patience is the multiplier most people underestimate. Consistency without patience leads to resentment. Belief without patience leads to entitlement. Patience teaches you to respect timing. It helps you understand that growth happens in layers. You might outgrow your environment before you reach your destination. That gap can feel uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Patience doesn't mean passivity. It means trusting the process while staying active within it. You keep working. You keep learning. You keep refining. You don't rush results that require maturity. Consistency builds the skill. Belief builds the confidence. Patience builds the character to handle what you're asking for. Obstacles test your relationship with your vision. They expose whether you're committed or just curious. When resistance shows up, consistency asks, can you still show up? Belief asks, can you still see it? Patience asks, can you still wait without compromising your standards? Each obstacle strengthens these muscles if you let it. Direction comes from reflection. When you're consistent, you have enough data to analyze. You can see patterns. You can identify what's working and what's not. Belief gives you the courage to pivot without feeling like you failed. Patience gives you the space to make thoughtful decisions instead of emotional ones. Consistency also protects you from emotional extremes. You don't overreact to wins or losses because your focus is on the long run. You understand that one good day doesn't define you, and one bad day doesn't defeat you. That emotional stability makes you dangerous in the best way. You're steady. You're reliable. You're built for endurance. Belief shapes how you interpret obstacles. Without belief, obstacles feel personal. With belief, they feel purposeful. You start asking better questions. What is this teaching me? What skill is this developing? What weakness is this exposing? Those questions turn resistance into refinement. Patience keeps you aligned with your values while you're evolving. Growth can tempt you to cut corners or chase shortcuts. Patience reminds you that sustainability matters more than speed. It keeps you from trading long-term fulfillment for short-term validation. Direction isn't always a straight line. Sometimes consistency reveals that you need to adjust your approach, not your goal. Belief helps you separate the vision from the method. Patience gives you permission to evolve without shame. You don't cling to outdated strategies just to prove a point. You adapt because progress demands flexibility. Obstacles also reveal who's really with you. When things get heavy, the noise quiets down. Consistency keeps you moving even when support fades. Belief keeps you from internalizing other people's doubts. Patience keeps you from forcing connections that don't align with where you're going. Over time, obstacles stop feeling like threats. They start feeling like markers. Each one crossed becomes proof of your resilience. Consistency turns survival into strength. Belief turns experience into wisdom. Patience turns struggle into perspective. Direction becomes clearer the longer you stay committed. You start trusting your instincts because they've been sharpened by experience. You're not guessing anymore. You're responding from awareness. Consistency gave you the reps. Belief gave you the confidence to trust yourself. Patience gave you the calm to listen. When obstacles show up, you don't freeze. You assess. You adjust. You move forward. That forward motion, even when slow, keeps you aligned. You're no longer asking if it's possible. You're asking how to refine the execution. Consistency builds credibility, not just with others, but with yourself. Belief builds resilience. Patience builds longevity. Together, they transform obstacles from walls into signposts, pointing you closer to what you're becoming. You begin to realize that direction isn't something you find once and follow forever. It's something you clarify continuously through action. Every obstacle refined your aim. Every setback sharpened your awareness. Every delay taught you timing. Consistency kept you in the game. Belief kept you focused. Patience kept you grounded. Eventually, obstacles don't slow you down as much because you understand their role. You don't rush through lessons. You don't resist discomfort. You don't abandon your standards under pressure. You move with intention, reinforced by discipline, supported by consistency, stabilized by belief, and guided by patience, knowing that every step, even the heavy ones, is shaping your direction into something solid, sustainable, and earned.